testing.
Testicles. I am Sally Sexy.
I'm Mitch Gigundo.
And this is
the Crazy Camming Couple Podcast.
With special guest star, Lily the Barking Bean. And hello, and welcome to another sexy,
thank you,
hard-nippled episode.
Oh my.
Of Sexy and Gigundo.
Well, thank you.
Does dildo dilemmas again.
The dildo dilemma, right?
Yeah, we might as well start off with that because we have not been able to cam for a full week.
We haven't had any fun this week at all.
No, because it's been a lingering dildo dilemma situation. So, in the prior podcast, you knew that I kind of screwed up and we used a dirty dildo and I got an infection, which I thought was a yeast infection. So, I treated myself for that, and it kind of felt good for a while, but things just kind of were not just the way they should be. So I finally went to the gyno, and apparently I had a bacterial infection and not yeast infection. So she put me on meds, and I feel real good. And But, oh yeah, the meds, I can't go to the bathroom.
The meds are 7 days of,
yeah.
So she can't do any.
Yeah, there's no sex. Apparently the medicine will eat away at plastic or rubber, so you can't use toys, you can't use dildos, you can't use rubbers. Not that we do. But that's because monogamous, 18 years.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yes. Oh, my.
And it also decides to make you not be able to go to the bathroom, which kind of sucks for a week. But you know what? It's the last day, and I know this is way too much info, but you know what?
TMI.
Hey, you know what? We're keeping it real. We're keeping it real. This is the drama of a camming couple.
Yes, this is the drama.
So that's the Dildo Dilemmas update. So after this, people, look out. And not only that, Gigundo had his own drama.
Yeah, I had my own thing going on. I got some kind of little respiratory thing going on where I was coughing and hacking, and it was just a complete mess. And it was just Monday night. I was sitting there working on some photos, and going like I had something in my throat. And the next day, I was like, "Fuck!" And I just had this for the whole week. It's just been back and forth with that whole thing. So, but it's clearing up. But yeah, I had that going on, and I was like, I'm good. It's good that you're having whatever problem you're having, because I wouldn't have been like, I wanted to pass whatever I've got off to you.
But it's really weird. Like, if you see him now, he seems semi-fine. He's not that bad. But at night, something just happened. Like, what the fuck was? What was?
Last night I was like, I was like, all right, like most of yesterday, and then we went to eat, and then we came home, and then when we went to bed last night. Suddenly, it was like, oh my goodness, and I had the same thing. Like, I was like, oh, what's going on in my throat and everything. And then I went downstairs. I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting sick again or something. And then I went to the bathroom, and it was massively a bad thing. So
we had gone out to eat, so obviously.
Yeah, and then after that, I started feeling a lot better. And woke up this morning, I coughed up a bunch of crap in my throat, and then I'm feeling pretty good all day. It's just.
Yeah.
Feel pretty good. I'll be ready to go back into action with Sally later on this week.
I gotta look at my notes.
Notes.
So, we've been trying to start this, because after we went to the friction party. And we were surrounded by incredibly gorgeous people that were nude, half nude, whatever. These people are just in really... I mean, mind you, they're a lot younger than us, a lot of them. But they're in really good shape. And I was like, Gigundo, man, Mitch. I was like, we got to kick it up a notch.
Yeah, shout out to everybody at this party. I was like, wow.
And I'm like...
Just be over here.
I'm like, I gotta get in better shape. And I'm like, I've noticed my midsection, because I had to stop running because of my, I have plantar fasciitis. So I bought a climbing machine, which honestly has done a really good job. But I also noticed that when I stopped running, my butt kind of started to sag and my midsection got a little softer.
Yes, no.
So,
no.
Yeah, well, I notice these things. And I'm like, geez, I'm not looking leaned out like I used to when I was a runner. So I'm like, maybe I can't run like I used to, but maybe I can include a little bit of running in my workout regimen on top of the climbing machine that I've been using and the weights and whatever else we're doing. So it begins. So today I ran. And Gundo followed me.
Yeah, I did Burgess Meredith and Rocky, where I was on my bicycle riding next to her. I was like, "Go get it, baby. Go get it. You got this."
Yeah.
And she ran.
Yeah, and I don't want to overdo it because, like I said, I have a pre-wrecked knee from an injury, and I have the plantar fasciitis, and I'm like, I don't even care if it's just like a block or two if I'm running. As long as I'm running, it's gonna do something. And so I ran, and he followed me, and I felt like I did pretty good.
I thought you did good. You look good too. You look really cute running with your little tight pants on and sneakers here.
But I felt like I had energy. Like I didn't feel like I was like dragging ass, So it was good, and it wasn't. I didn't overdo it. I felt really good doing it, and I was like, oh, I just started kicking in, and I was like, wow, I could probably go a lot longer.
Getting your runner's high.
Well, it was just, you kind of fall into a rhythm, and your body gets to this, like, spot where it's like, it just is automatic, and there's no, like, oh, I wish it was not, I wish I wasn't doing this, or I don't feel like I have the energy to do this. It kind of just moves along, and you're just cruising, and I could feel that kicking in, and I'm like, if I keep going, I'm going to hurt myself, because I haven't run in 2 years.
Yeah, you don't go out and run actually down the trail and stuff. You don't do that. That's not your thing.
Yeah. So, so it was good. It's a start. Hopefully I can get myself a little whipped into better shape than I feel like I've been. So, and you're going to be following me on a bike.
I'll follow you on the bike, so we'll go as far as you can go. But, I am not a runner. I don't like running. I tried like the jog with her a couple of times. I was like, oh, this is not my body. I felt like my body was like slamming into the ground, ba boom, ba bam, ba boom. I was like, no. Put me on a bicycle. I will ride a bike for like forever.
Yeah. So we started. So look out, people. We're gonna be ripped.
Yeah. Maybe.
We're gonna try for as best as we can, and
oh my.
And then it's so funny. This seems so long ago, but the last day we cammed was last Sunday.
Yeah, so it was a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's a weird thing. Like, if we don't do it for a few days, it's like, oh my goodness. Remember like 5 years ago when we used to do it? No, this is a few days ago.
But it just seems like so long ago because you remember the big black cock that walked into the room that was 11 inches?
Yes, Mr. 11 inches is all. We get a lot of people who come into the room that like to brag and say stuff, but they'll never go into private and they'll never show anything, but they'll just talk about it. And he's all about trying to humiliate me and the whole nine.
Yeah, but not only that, they want me to like try to humiliate him. And I'm like,
yeah, tell him that you really want that.
Yeah, I'm like, where's my friggin' tip? Where's my this? Where's my that? You want me to do stuff? Well, I'm not here for your big black cock that's 11 inches long and as big as a friggin'
big as a Red Bull can.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, we've had a few people that do that. And it's not just big black cocks. We've had other guys that try to do that kind of stuff. And they try to... Yeah, they try to make you do things.
Yeah, they're always all about, like, on stream, mate, you're not allowed to show anything, like, below the waist. Like, we keep talking about that, but they're like, come on, just a peek, just a flash, this is it. Like, dude, why am I going to do that?
And
Go away.
And at the time this is going on, there are multiple other people in the room who are tipping, who are, requesting certain things for tips, and it becomes incredibly distracting and actually annoying.
Becomes annoying. Like, I'll let it go for a while, because I'm usually one next to the computer, sitting there and like watching things.
Got trigger finger.
Yeah, and they start to get annoying, and I'm like, and Sally will like deal with it, and she'll try to be cordial so she can try to to maneuver them into a private or something, but at some certain points, it's just like, that's enough.
It's
You're
like
done.
It's like, all right, get rid of him. And
yeah, I let him go for a while too, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, no, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I got no time to waste on this.
yeah, I know.
We got more fun things to do, baby.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's just it takes away from the people who are actually we enjoy to be with. So it's like you're hindering other people's time in the room, and you're hindering our time to give them attention, and they actually deserve it, you know, whereas I don't think you do. So take that for what it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're going to be a dick in a room, you're going to be treated like a dick.
There are people who come into the room and they chat and they talk and they'll talk and talk and talk. They won't ever, but it's like, it's not annoying.
No.
You know, it's not kind of annoying stuff. So, you know, don't talk to me about how amazing everything is with you and how big your cock is and blah, 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 and then not be willing to go and...
Put up or shut up. If it's that fucking big and ginormous, let me see it. You know what I mean? Show it off if you're that proud of it. Let's put it, you know, proof is in the pudding. Put it up. Let's see this big monster.
Put up or shut up, baby.
Because I don't really think they exist a lot of times. I mean, trust me, we've seen some... That's the thing. So, like... This is another funny thing. This is another funny dynamic. We have guys come in and they're like, they want us to cuck them. And,
yeah, tell me how small my cock is and all that stuff. And it's like...
and they'll come into a private and everything's going great and they will go cam to cam. And then I look at it and it is not tiny at all.
Yeah, I guess they just like that sort of humiliation kind of thing.
Which is fine, and that's understandable. But it's like, it kind of throws me for a loop on that one, because I'm like, all right, he doesn't have a tiny cock, but he wants me to talk to him like he's got a tiny cock. And I'm like, all right, look at that little peeny thing. Look at that little tiny thing. That won't do shit for me.
That's funny.
Yeah. So it's a little funny, you know, you get all these crazy dynamics going on, and it's a learning curve, you know? It's interesting. I find it very interesting.
Yes, it's very interesting. It's interesting watching you, hello there, hot stuff.
And then we had another very interesting gentleman from France.
Yeah, that was weird.
So a sexy boy.
Yeah, sexy was a sexy boy, right? Sexy boy came in.
Sexy boy.
And he had a total French accent. Like it was
he was French. Yeah, but the funny thing was, like, when he first started camming the cam, all you heard were horns and traffic.
Yeah, like it was an apartment, and it was like the window was open, and this is the outside world.
Yeah, it was very busy wherever he was.
Yeah, he was the one who liked watching us kiss. He wanted the camera on us close up and kissing.
Yeah.
Making out. French kissing, as they say.
And then it took a strange turn.
You're what do you say? You're ugly bitch. You're ugly bitch.
Yes, you did.
And I think he was smoking.
Yeah, he was.
You're an ugly bitch.
Yeah.
You're a dirty bitch.
Yeah.
I want to suck his cock instead of you.
Yeah, he was.
And I was like,
so ugly. Leave that. I'm so ugly. You need to leave that bitch.
Yes, you're ugly. Leave her. She's ugly. And I was like, all right, well, it felt so French.
It was very French.
It's very French. It's very avant-garde. You disgust me, suck my cock harder. You're not doing it right, it's disgusting. Oh my God, I think I'm going to come soon.
I know. It was one of those, like...
This is a joke, you're the worst sexual experience of my life. Oh my God, you're so fucking sexy. Yeah, it's like... What's going on here?
I didn't know what to think. And I was like, I'm looking at him, and he's like, you're so ugly, bitch.
Yeah, and inside I was starting to get like, oh, motherfucker, I'll kick your ass.
I was like, oh, really?
What'd you call him? French fry?
All right, French fry. I was like... I didn't know how to handle it after a while. After he called me ugly, you're so ugly, bitch. He should leave you. You're so ugly.
I ain't leaving her, and she ain't ugly, so
suck his cock, you ugly bitch. And I'm like, okay, French fry, you want to go?
He stayed there for a little while.
He did. He was in there actually for a very long time, and
yeah, that was an interesting thing. That was very weird because he started out, he was like, "Oh, so you're so sexy when you're making out. Yeah. It's so hot. It's so sexy. I want to suck." It's like right after he said, "I want to suck his cock."
Yeah.
You dirty bitch. I was like, what?
Yes,
Did
you ugly.
Believe in you ugly
You
bitch.
so ugly, bitch. Why are you with him? Why is he with you? You so ugly.
I guess it was the fantasy of like, he'll leave you for him. I mean, that was the fantasy. What's going on? I don't know.
I did not get that. I thought he was more for you.
Yeah, it became that way. It was like, all right, let's turn it into something different. Let's run in a different direction. It has a tendency to.
Yeah. So, and then after that, we had a funny thing happen. We've been trying to be very good with our 30-second timer.
To the point where we had went out and I got a 30-second timer, but then I switched all the computers around, and I took the old Mac Pro that I had as a video editing machine. I brought that up here because it's got more powerful graphics in it. Took my iMac that you used to use for camming. I put that downstairs where our workout room is. So I forgot to put the timer back on this thing, and we wanted to make sure we had that because we were like going to do the 30-second rule of StreamMate. So Sally doesn't do anything until 30 seconds are up. Mm-hmm. So pull us into private, and you don't do anything, and it's like, you go for 25 seconds, and we Sally ripped her panties off.
Yeah.
So I was scrambling.
You gotta rein me in.
I gotta rein her in. She's ready to go.
I'm like, yeah.
So I went and found a timer. I'm scrambling to find a timer when we're up here, and I found one. I was like, I got one. And so I downloaded this timer called Howling Timer or whatever. So I just thought that was the name of it. It had a wolf on it. And the guy comes in, and
poor dude.
Yes, this dude comes in, and I set the timer, and he starts going for 30 seconds, and it went off. And when it counts down, what does it do?
It's a crow getting closer. So you hear this crow cawing. A crow, meaning a bird. It's like, caw-caw, caw-caw. And it gets louder and louder and louder.
And I was like, what the hell is this?
And that's time. It's counting down. That's not even going off yet. It's just counting down to go off.
So I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was actually his cam that was doing all the counting down. I was like, shit, I wonder what's going on over there. He's got this weird thing going on. And then the howling started. And I was like, and then it dawned on me, I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, there's this freaking werewolf howling after the crows. I'm trying to suck his cock. I'm trying not to laugh. And then I'm like, this poor dude. Oh my God, I feel like we owe this guy a freebie on this one.
Yeah, that was sort of funny. I was like, and then I was like, oh geez, I hope it doesn't do that every time. So I went back into the program and I'm looking through it. I'm like, so I could have had it just so when it times the 30 seconds, when it times down, it doesn't do anything, and then when it gets to 30 seconds, it just goes like tink.
Tink.
And that's why I changed to that. Then it made sense. But I was like, oh, that was fucked up. Yeah, that was a boo boo. That's what I get. I'm always scrambling for something, like, because I'm switching so much shit around. I'm always like in the middle of doing 5 different things at once.
That was the funniest shit. And that's all of this stuff that we're talking about happened during one cam session.
Yeah, it's like all the camming crazy stuff like happened enough for us to not have to cam during the week and still do a podcast.
No, it was the craziest stuff ever. It was just one crazy thing after another after that. I was like, oh my God.
So Sally had a really good time at the even though she didn't really do anything other than just dance and hang out and just.
Oh yeah, but I was a cripple after that for a week.
Yeah, you were, right?
I pulled a groin muscle.
Yes, that was after the podcast. Like that.
Yeah.
She got up the next morning or the morning after that.
Well, it was weird. I was rolling over in the middle of the night and I felt something pop. And there was really bad pain after that. And I'm like, oh, is that an appendix?
No, it's different.
I'm like, what could that have even been? And I'm like, oh God, it really hurts. And it's in the middle of the night. You were sleeping.
Yeah, but I remember when it happened, and you were like, oh, I did this. And I was like, oh, and she's asked me, was it about the appendix? Was my appendix burst and it hurt before? And I was like, no, you'd know it was the appendix. I was like, this is different. But you did a whole bunch of research. You're like, well, if you pull a groin muscle, that's what you did. I'm like, well, it could be a hernia, but that's not, I don't know if that really was a thing there. But you said it's pretty much healed up now. It doesn't hurt as much.
No, it doesn't hurt at all. It took a few days, and I, honestly, I had to take a pain pill, and I had to put some, like, pain ointment on it. But that's exactly the way they described it, you know, because Google Doctor. It said you're going to feel a pop, and you're going to get pain right after the pop. And that's what and usually it never results in any kind of anything serious. It's just you're going to hurt for a few days. So luckily it went away. And,
that's from boogieing too much. She was dancing, and like she was dancing her ass off. She had 3 Moscow Mules in her, and she was like a party animal girl.
Yeah, 2 hours straight.
Yeah, she was dancing for 2 hours. You're just like,
and friggin' like 5-inch high heel shoes.
Yeah, you had those really big, tall boots that.
Yeah.
Those are hot.
I was getting it done. So, can't wait for the next friction. We're having a hard time trying to book a room for the next friction party.
Yes, hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get rooms. We'll see what happens in the morning when I get up. I'll be like, oh yeah, here we go.
I mean, we got everything else covered. We got the dog sitter. We got everything set up. We got all that prep. Now we just got to be able to buy tickets and book a room.
Buy tickets won't be a problem. It's the room. We're like, if we go next time, we're staying there.
Yeah.
In the midst of the craziness.
Yeah.
So we can have some fun. But yes, so then we started looking for other places to go.
Yeah.
And then we went to a whole different bunch of places.
We found some very interesting places with a lot of theme parties.
That's the Paradise place up in the Poconos.
Yep. Yeah, they have theme parties like Star Wars parties and comic book parties, and there's a lot of Halloween parties, and then they're not the halfway to Halloween. That's the other one.
That is at the Corral.
Yeah.
That's Club Giggity.
Club
Giggity at the Corral. It has the halfway to Halloween in I think that's April or May or something.
Yeah, the April. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's halfway to Halloween. Coming dressed in Halloween. I was like, all right.
Mm-hmm. That's our kind of people.
That's our kind of freakiness. So.
And then, so we embarked on a new platform.
A new platform?
Yeah.
What is a new platform? Oh, you're talking about... You haven't been approved yet for.
No, I keep looking for an email.
Yeah. I think I put the right email in. Did you look in your spam and everything in case it was spam?
I keep looking, yeah.
Sally was told by your friend Bridget. Bridget Holland,
she's on it. She's like all up in the new kid stuff.
And she said, try Sex Panther. Sex Panther. So, and Sally was trying to do this while I was not feeling well. And she's constantly asking me questions, and I was in the middle of so I had to sort of blow her off until I think it was Friday night or whatever that we actually did it.
Yeah, well, you went and did it first.
I did it at work. I was like, all right, I did it real quick. Signed up, and I got approved. Like, oh, they accept guys on this too. I was like, all right, well, I'll try it. This way I know how it works, how to sign up on it. So it was really simple. So then I went and we went and signed her up on it, and now we're waiting for her to get approved, which is... Yeah,
I haven't gotten any emails or anything.
But we did it right before the weekend, so that's why I'm wondering if it's just the weekend, and then that's what happens, and then the next thing you know...
Yeah.
So that's going to be your new platform, so you'll be able to text... Text Sally.
If you want to sext me up.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Oh, baby. Where are we going now?
And we had, you did something with the light bulb out front.
Oh, yeah, the light bulb. Well, we put a security camera out front just for the hell of it, so we could see when packages are coming shit to the house. And in order to do that, I had to do this crazy rigged up thing where I made the camera out front, and then I put a screw-in light fixture thing that has a USB power hanging off of it so that you can run the camera right to this light bulb. But in order to do that, I have to leave the light on constantly. So in order to leave the light on constantly, I got a Wi-Fi light bulb that I can turn the Wi-Fi light bulb off but leave the outlet on. Right. So I came up with an idea. I'm like, oh man, you know what? I'm going to make the light bulb red so when we're upstairs camping, because the red light is going to be on.
So you know what's happening.
So you know there's something naughty going on upstairs.
Yeah, don't come a knocking, because the third floor is a rockin'.
It is a rockin'. So Amazon, and it was a Seng LED, SENG LED, and they're like only like $10. and you can program it to all different colors and turn it on and off remotely with Alexa, or as we call it, Echo.
Yeah.
And but you can also So I tell Sally, I'm like, I'm gonna make the light bulb so it goes red. We can turn it on so it's red when we're upstairs, and I think that'd be pretty sexy. She's like, you're too much. Oh God, she's so hot and sexy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what did we
What do we do now?
what did we do yesterday morning?
What did we do yesterday morning?
Do you remember?
What was
You don't remember?
yesterday was a blur. We did quite a few things yesterday. It was
You
raining
don't
a lot.
remember what we first did in the morning? Wow.
Is that our photo shoot that we did?
Yeah.
So we sent we talked about sending the photos to.
We started to talk about it, but we never did it. Oh, well, we didn't talk about the return email.
Yeah. No, but we talked about doing it, right? I think we did talk about it.
Yeah. So,
That's right. Yeah, we did talk about it. I was like, should we send your photos into Hustler's Beaver Hunt and see if. So I was like, yes. So we talked about that. So we waited. It was early in the week.
Yeah.
And we got a reply.
Yeah. Yeah, the reply was that I was...
You were asking me that when we were doing it too. You're like, how crazy do we have to go here? Right?
Well, I didn't understand what I needed to do. I'd never done this. I'd never seen what a beaver hunt looks like, so I didn't look at the magazine to understand what it was. And I asked Jacundo, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to be doing here? And it just ended up being a normal photo shoot with some slight nudity, but not...
It was topless and you were doing some sexy stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, he wasn't full flagrato.
But you knew what it should have been.
Well, I just, it's like, well, we'll send in what we do, and then we'll see what they have to say. You know, that's not...
Yeah.
And I didn't want to push the issue with anybody. I was just like, let's see what we do and see what they...
Yeah, well, I had no idea what it should have been doing, so I didn't know. So we got a response.
We got a response, and it's funny because the response we got from whoever the person is there. Actually, it was Morgan Tex.
Something like that.
Yep. Thank you, Morgan.
Yeah.
Very nice of you to hit us back. It's very nice. It was funny because the first thing that he said, it was that most people have a problem just filling out the form. They do it wrong. You guys got that no problem. But we also need you to fill out a 2257 form because it need photos and stuff. And it's no problem.
Yeah.
And but they're like, we really prefer. They didn't say prefer. You just said you didn't send any nude or explicit photos.
Yeah.
And they said we can use. I can submit the topless ones and see what they had to say. But
yeah. But I mean, it's pointless to do that because that's not what they wanted.
Yeah, then we grabbed the Hustler and I was like, this is what the other girls are doing. And
Yeah,
she's like, oh, well, that's all I need to do then. What are you doing to me here?
Yeah, that's why I said. I said, well, if this is what they want, and that's obviously what a beaver hunt should be, why didn't we do that? You know?
Well, we already done the photo shoot, so
So we had to do another photo shoot.
So yeah, we did another photo shoot this morning. Or yesterday morning.
And let me say, the photos came out banging. I thought they came out really good for an off-the-cuff, quick photo shoot. Although 280...
Yeah, we took 250 photos, but we used where we're doing this right now, we use the camming studio, and because we have tons of lights up here, so I didn't use any strobes, I just used the lights, lit it up, and stuck Sally in front of this thing, and we moved things around a little bit so it was a little more good-looking, and Sally did her thing.
Like Sally always does.
Yeah. And she looked banging. She looked hot. And I had the laptop set up so that as we were taking the photos, you could see what was going on instantly. You know, like professional style stuff. We had to do all that. And we went back and she went through all 250 photos. Yikes.
Yeah.
And she's like, that, no, yes, no. So she whittled it down to 18 that she really liked. And so that's what we're sending over.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to send that over, tomorrow?
When we get done doing this, while you're cooking some food, I will get that all together and we'll sign off on the forms and then we'll send it on off, and I'll send it off this evening.
Yeah, let's see what they got to say now after that one.
Yeah, I thought you looked really good. You looked banging. You looked.
I thought we did too.
Yeah, you look amazing, baby.
So, yeah, so that's where that ended up with the Hustler. So we'll keep it updated.
It hasn't ended up yet. It's ongoing. It's ongoing.
It's the Hustler saga.
Yeah.
Like the dildo dilemmas.
So true.
Yep. And we do have one other thing with Friction that you need to discuss.
What's this? What do I got to discuss? Put up a banner of our podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. Because we discussed Fiction last week. So we hit them up on their site. Said, hey, just so you know, we mentioned you on our podcast. We had a good time, so we thought you might want to hear that. So we sent it over to them, and they were very, very nice. And they sent us back a thing and said, "Oh, that's wonderful. Send us the banner to your podcast, and we'll put it up on our our partners list." I was like, "Oh, that's all. That'd be awesome if you could do that for us."
Yeah, that would be amazing.
So
thank you, Friction.
Thank you. And they put it up on a post on their on the Friction page, which we did, and we put up a post that said, "Hey, just so you guys know, we're talking about this, in a positive light." So, so thank you, Friction.
Thank you. We had a ball, and we're trying really hard to get to the next one.
Yeah, we can get to everything. It's like, how much can one couple do?
We're trying to do it all.
Getting older, so we're trying to do it all before we're in the ground.
Yeah. Everything's still working, so we might as well just work it out. Right?
So true. Yes, my dear.
So, on our YouTube, we have a fan.
We have a fan.
Yes.
They're also he watches us on Smuttify, smuttify.com.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I was seeing him on. I kept seeing the messages from Smuttify come through. So, was it Sylvan?
Sylvain Saint Pierre from Quebec.
From Quebec. Shout out, dude. Thank you. Thank you for loving on us.
Well, he certainly loves on you. He's like, you're very sexy.
Aww.
She is a very sexy.
Yes, but he left us some really wonderful and complimentary comments.
Yes, very nice of him.
So very nice, and it's really nice to hear from our fans, and we can't wait to hear more. So please, we're very fan friendly. So please communicate with us.
Yes, we're always up for comments. Positive stuff.
Positive, yeah. No haters. Okay, no haters.
Ban the haters.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. It was a busy week.
It was pretty busy, even though we were both under the
weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be back on top of the game.
Well, I should be pretty oiled and ready to rock and roll.
Oiled up and ready to go, baby.
I went through a Jiffy Lube repair system down there, so I'm good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
sounds good, baby.
Yeah. And you show off that beautiful chest for your beautiful mega fan.
He's like, Mitch needs to do the podcast shirtless. I'm like, well, all right.
Yeah, there you go. Here you go. One chesty Mitch to go.
Thank you, dear darling. darling. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. All right. So that's all I got for the week.
That's all I got for the week. This week. It'll be the ending of March.
Yeah.
And this will come out at next Friday, which will be the last Friday of March. And we're heading off into April.
Yeah.
Days start getting warmer.
Yes. Yeah. We started our outdoor cleanup already.
Yeah.
Clean the pond.
And we had to clean the pond. I had to do I had to put new light bulbs on the deck in the back by the hot tub, which is where we'll be next.
Oh yeah.
And then I had to fix the trim, the molding around the aluminum trim around our window that was slapping all window.
It's very windy where we live now. I don't remember this kind of wind at the other house.
Yeah, right. Like no, but we had I don't remember like that much wind. Like it's really windy. It's really crazy windy.
It's crazy to the point where it wants to rip the molding off the house. Like the trim around the windows. It bent the heck out of that thing.
Yeah. So I had to hang out the window and go up on a ladder and fix it all up. And you won't be seeing that because I didn't video it because.
Oh, I should have.
Yeah, we should have videoed that. That would have been fun.
I didn't.
There's that idiot up on the ladder.
I would have got butt shots for
a lot of butt shots. A lot of booty shots.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Mitch doing sexy man stuff. Manly man.
Thank you.
So anyway, I guess that's it.
That's it for this week. So hopefully by the end of the week, maybe we'll know more about the Hustler photo shoot.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a response when we hand it out tomorrow, whenever. We'll keep you updated. Right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, there, hot stuff. Are you ready to sign off for the?
Yeah, I am.
For the week.
All right. This is Sally Sexy signing off, saying, I don't know, run around the block so you get your booty in shape.
Run your booty off and have some fun. And if you see some hot chick running with her little booty hanging out, you'll know it's Sally. All right.
And what about you?
From me. I'm trying to flex, but we'll see. It's old man chest.
Oh my God.